Good afternoon. Welcome to our Introduction to Franchise Consulting video. My name is Dan Becker and I'm in charge of business development at Sangamon Consulting in Champaign, Illinois. Sangamon Consulting is a franchise consulting firm that helps people evaluate their franchise options, and my purpose here is to tell you a little bit about what franchise consultants do and why they might be valuable to you if you are considering starting a new business. Let me begin by telling you a little bit about the franchise consulting process. A franchise consultant represents a large number of franchise companies in a variety of industries. For example, the Business Alliance, of which I am an affiliate, represents over 240 top franchisors, including companies like Amico, Molly Maids, and Huntington Learning Centers. As a franchise consultant, I talk with people who are interested in getting into business. Sometimes they have a general idea of what they want to do, but most of the time they really don't have any specific ideas about what they want to do in business. What I do is talk to them for about 20 minutes about their business goals, their career background, and what they want to do in the future and what kind of an investment they can make. I then take that information and do a search of the companies I represent and come back to them with 3 or 4 recommendations of business concepts that line up with what they are looking for. The search process usually takes about 3 days. There is no cost or obligation for this service, as the consultant is compensated by the franchisors. If the recommendations don't feel right to you, you can guide the consultant in a new direction. If you decide you are not interested, that is fine as well. Just tell the consultant and you are done with no strings attached. If some of the ideas are interesting to you, the consultant will help you through the information gathering process. The consultant can make sure you get the necessary information. There is no cost or obligation for this kind of assistance either. Now that you understand what franchise consulting is, let's talk a little bit about why it might be important for you in your business search. At the beginning, let's assume that you elect to research business ideas on your own, without the assistance of a consultant. With limited knowledge and no tools other than the internet to assist you, the searches will be complex and time-consuming. The amount of information presented in non-standard format may seem overwhelming, and with no way to separate legitimate opportunities from scams, you'll likely find yourself expending a lot of time and energy exploring dead-end roads. The danger is that after having completed a substantial amount of research, you may become discouraged and terminate the business investigation process. A franchise consultant can help you think through your personal and business goals, strengths and weaknesses, as well as investment parameters in a systematic manner. The consultant will narrow the field of potential concepts to the ones that most likely match your needs. In other words, the consultant will help you avoid wasting time and energy on dead-end paths. Another thing I would point out is that to be successful in business, you must appreciate the experience and capabilities other people bring to the table. You don't succeed in business alone. You will depend upon a variety of people, including employees, attorneys, accountants, bankers, business partners, vendors, franchisors, and franchise consultants. Success, at least in part, will depend on your ability to manage this network's contributions to your efforts. Working with a franchise consultant is your first opportunity to leverage someone else's experience to your benefit. Now let's talk a little bit about the right time to get a consultant involved. There are tons of franchise-related sites on the internet, and they are in the business of trying to get anyone who can say start a business to fill out a form so that they can sell their lead info. Very few of the individuals who fill out those forms are ready for serious help. Most of them had the idea of being their own boss pop into their head and filled out a form on the internet to get more information, but their interest falls off within a short period of time. If you are casually interested in business ownership or financing, I would suggest that you request some very general information on franchising. I'd be happy to send you a free document via email that will answer your general questions. If you get to where you are genuinely interested in exploring business ideas, then please feel free to call me. Don't wait until you've made a decision about what company you are interested in, or try to research concepts on your own. Waiting too long will deny you the opportunity to take full advantage of what a franchise consultant has to offer. The other piece of the puzzle to consider before getting a consultant involved is financial. Realistically, you'll need to be able to invest between $20,000 and $75,000 from non-borrowed funds into the business. Many franchises will also have a minimum net worth. That's assets minus liabilities. This is a protection for you, the investor. Franchisers don't want you to fail, so they make sure you are well adequately capitalized. McDonald's is a great example in this area. They require 40% of the cost of a new restaurant to be financed with non-borrowed funds, which means a new franchisee will make a cash investment of between $275,000 and $600,000. McDonald's franchisees are well capitalized, and that is one reason they don't fail. In general, a good guide for you might be $50,000 available cash and a net worth of $150,000. If you are genuinely interested in starting a business and have at least $30,000 cash to invest, I can help you. None of this money goes to the consultant. If a consultant ever asks you for a check to get the process rolling, hang up the phone. They are not a legitimate consultant. I'll wrap up with a couple of tips to help you make the most of your consulting experience. First of all, enter the process with an open mind. Even if you feel you already know what kind of business you want to be involved with, understand that the majority of entrepreneurs who buy a franchise do not buy the one they initially thought they would. Being open-minded and objective through the investigation process will put you in the best frame of mind to decide on the correct decision for you. You should, of course, share any concepts you are interested in, but more importantly, you should share why that concept is appealing to you. The whys behind your thinking are the most important areas to probe. Here, helping your consultant to understand what you want to achieve personally and professionally will allow the consultant to provide you with the best possible information. At this point, I would encourage you to evaluate your personal goals. What specifically do you want to achieve? How much money will you earn? How many hours will you work? How many people will work for you? Where will your work be conducted? How will your family be affected? What does your ideal situation look like 3 years from now? If you want to discuss these questions with me, I'd be pleased to help you. There is no cost or obligation. Thank you for taking your time to attend this webinar, and I hope you found this information to be helpful. Have a great day.